We see there's a poem reading there. So at this point in time, I want to call on him. He's also a student of the Isa Islamic School, and he will render this afternoon that poem to us.
Assalamu alaikum. What if I told you dating isn't religious or spiritual? What about if I told you dating was actually cynical? And if I told you just because he calls you girlfriend doesn't automatically make him faithful? And just because you change your status on Facebook doesn't automatically make things stable? I mean, if dating was so great, why does it start off like a fairy tale? When push comes to shove, it fails. Dating is like drowning in selfishness, a sad experience worse than sickness. What it builds is a false sense of security which fails to commit to love. It tells young men that they have a lot of living to do before they tie that cord, but in the Quran it actually says to find a wife means you receive a blessed favor from God in your life. Marriage is a potent magnetism. Dating ends in schism. Dating might give you a ring, but marriage gives you caring. Dating tends to look like a marriage. That's not really what the fact is. See, they can't commit to love, so they just have sex and move in together. But after some time, they realize that their feelings have changed like the weather. See, the problem with dating is it never gives love a chance to start. It's just like playing house with someone until one decides to depart. Now, I ain't judging, I'm just saying, quit living in a fairy tale. Because today, over a 500,000 relationships like yours across the world just fail. I mean, for everything else in life, is dating a concept you should actually consider? It's like saying never commit to anything and always leave that in your mind to reconsider. Many are playing house with their girlfriends and also playing behind each other's back, both acting like saints and no one seemed to be onto them. But when the truth is exposed, it's clear that they had both fallen in lust. That is certain to drag their life beyond repair into the dust. People spend their whole lives looking for love in all the wrong places, but we choose to reject the love that God speaks about. So if dating is what you call love, then you should know of Muhammad and Khadija, a love from above, a story of love's ecstasy with all of life's sanctity. Love doesn't avoid commitment just in case it isn't true. See, love is not self-seeking, it always protects and is beyond self. So commitment shouldn't be a problem if love is truly in effect. Jesus and Muhammad never once mentioned dating as a miracle. See, marriage is so much better than playing this dating game cycle. Let me clarify. We should love courtship, we should love engagements, and yes, we should believe in romance. But let's be honest, does today's concept of dating look anything like God's plan? See, God already designed a plan for men and women, but God never supports fornication. Not now, not then. Now back to the point. One thing is crucial to mention how marriage and dating are in opposite spectrums. See, one's a lifelong promise under God, the other is a way to avoid commitment. See, one puts God in the center and the other keeps him at a distance. Because marriage says I do, dating says I'm done. Marriage says stay, dating says run. That's why marriage and dating are two different plans. See, one is trusting God and the other is leaving it to chance. Which is why we must choose to wait and not make decisions based on lust. Because it's not just a coat on a dollar, but in God we should trust. Those who date will narrate that it always ends in pain, whereas to marry is to gain without becoming insane. So for dating, let's hate it. In fact, let's literally resent it, because God said to find tranquility in the game of hearts. Get married. Now after Islam and the Quran, let's turn to the poet Khalil Gibran. In his line of love penned for two, may the winds of heaven dance between you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Brother Zahir, for that